Hey friends, Erica here from Highway 49 RC. So it's been a couple days. I apologize, I've had some things going on, but before we move on to the next stage of the Gelande build project, there are a couple things I want to address and button up, as well as a very special package that has arrived. We'll get on with that in a minute. First thing I want to address is I have primed the body. As you can see, I've got the body lines pretty much all filled up. Of course, looking at it now, I see some things that I want to go back and fix. I can still see some of the body lines. I forgot to put my last coat of filler in on this door handle hole. Same on the other side, you can still see some of the panel lines. So I might end up sanding this down, going back and filling that back up so it looks perfect. You can actually kind of see it on the camera right back here. You can see those lines that are still there. Obviously not as prominent as the one, the purposeful ones, but they're nonetheless. Filler. I used Tamiya basic type putty. Went on pretty well. I actually enjoy working with it. It does shrink a little bit as I'm using, or once it dries, it does shrink a little bit. But I mean, I got everything filled up pretty good. I'm relatively happy with it. Sanded really well and all that stuff, which is good. I mean, that's basically all that I have to say about that. If you guys have any questions about the Tamiya putty, post up in the comment section and I will get back to you on that. Other thing I want to address is I'm going to be putting a BEC in today because I did a short on-road run of this truck on a walk. I took a walk, took this out, and the servo is still a little bit underpowered, so I'm just going to take the BEC that did not work for my motor lathe and swap it in here. I've already made a little connector dealie on the end, right there, and all that's left basically to do is wire this end into the servo. I'll probably do that mostly in a time lapse or off camera because it's just installing a BEC. It's no big deal. Okay, those are things that I wanted to button up with that. Okay, so before we go any further, can I please just say I have the best subscribers ever. You all not behind the camera. You all watching are the best people in the world. I'm so grateful to have every single one of you supporting this channel. You guys are always so kind, always leave me with such nice comments, and you always make my day. I'm so happy to have met the handful that I have and get to chat with everybody on Instagram and all that. So I just want to say a big thank you from me to you. You guys are awesome. Okay, so for the main thing in this video, or the main thing that I wanted to cover, I have received a lovely package here from, I believe, England. I think. UK, England. I know they're not the same thing. Don't flame me for that. But in that area, okay? Okay, covered. Lovely viewer sent this package to me. I know one thing that's in it. He sent me a set of wheels and tires for the Gelande that he had laying around that he wasn't using. But he also said that there was some other stuff that he sent along with this. And so I am very eager to see what else he has sent us here. All the way out here to California, USA. Let's get this thing opened. Alright, let's see. So, okay. Here are the wheels and tires. Box did come crushed, hopefully that didn't hurt anything. Wheels and tires. He sent me, let's see, he sent me, how many is this? 4? Yes, maths. 4 tires, and I think he said there's a spare. There may not be a spare. I don't recall. What's in here? Well, okay, let's see. We've also got a set of leaf springs. That is cool. This is probably like a rear leaf spring conversion kit? Is that what this is? Huh. That's awesome. He said something about there being, oh yeah, look at that. There's the other half of them. That's cool. He said something about there being, silver Sharpie on something, and that was to go to the front of the vehicle. I don't know, we'll have to see what's in this next thing, but these are cool. I assume they're for the rear. Yeah, they're probably for the rear. You figure? Yeah, looks like they're for the rear. Okay, that's cool. Thank you very much. And then, paper towel, what is this? Greasy? Oh. You did not. You did not. Wait. What is this? Oh, I see. Okay. It's a transfer case. Boom racing, skid plate thingmadoo. There you go. Alright. I'm gonna have to ask him about this because there's... Oh, wait. Oh, this is sick. Okay. Get this. This... Focus, please. Thank you. No? Okay. Hang on. Okay. So get this. This shaft, this top shaft right here, comes from the transmission. Gosh dang it. Come on, focus, would ya? Well, okay. This shaft comes from the transmission. And you can either have what looks to be, you can have either... Well, no, that wouldn't be true either. No. That's not what I had thought originally. I had thought originally maybe this was an overdrive transfer case. But it's not. And so I don't know what it is. I'm gonna have to ask him. This is very cool though. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. This is awesome. So look into that. Alright, let's take a look at the tires now. Okay, here's one of the wheel and tire sets that he sent. Same internal bead lock here as the stock, but the tread is different. You guys don't know what the overall goal is for this truck, but these are going to fit perfectly. You have no idea. These are going to be awesome. Oh, they're going to be great. They're kind of oily, but I mean, they are new, I think. He said he's never used them, so it makes sense they're a little bit oily from the factory or whatnot. And they're pretty much the exact same size, if not just the slightest bit bigger, which is perfect. And I can always switch back and forth between them as well. These don't say RC four-wheel drive on them, although he said that they came with his Gelande, because he has a Gelande as well, or a Land Rover Defender. Same thing at this point. But he said they came with that. They don't say RC four-wheel drive on them, but I'm grateful nonetheless. These are awesome, and these are going to be a great addition to the build. So I think I'm probably going to mount these up. Actually, at this point, I don't know what I'm going to do. I've got all sorts of stuff to think about now. Well, let me give it a think. Alright, so upon further inspection of these leaf springs, I don't think they're going to work with my truck. However, they're not going to go to waste. These are definitely going to be put to use on my trailer because some of the springs on that thing are starting to get bent, and these are really stiff. So I'm probably going to do a video swapping out the existing springs on my trailer to these ones, which are much beefier and can take up the heavy load a lot better. So that's the plan with those. Next thing that I'm going to do, I think, is get these wheels and tires screwed together and mounted onto here, or onto the truck, and then also at the same time I'm going to get the BEC all hooked up. And while I'm doing that, I will think about this. This is a high clearance transfer case skid plate, and thing is, it'll fit. I would need another drive shaft to go from the transmission to the transfer case, and it would also I think, get in the way of my electronics plate here. So we'll see. I'll maybe have to do some playing around with this off camera and see if I can get it to work. But so I guess with that, next step, get all this stuff slammed onto here. My GoPro cut out there at the end. Sorry about that, but got the new shoes installed, nice and shiny. I'm liking the tread on them. They're definitely going to fit the build and bill, if you want to go as far as to say that. And next up, and probably last for this episode, is going to be just wiring in this BEC. Again, time-lapse that, and I'll come back when I'm done and do the outro. BEC is mostly in there. I got lazy here. I need to go and recrimp a connector onto one of these ends. I'll do that tomorrow though because I'm tired and it's late. I mean, my definition of late is 8:15 p.m. So anyway, servo works. Plenty of power now with that BEC in there. Yeah, I'm going to leave it here, I think. Next thing you guys are going to be seeing from me from this build is working on the roll cage. Might start that tomorrow. We'll see. I don't know. I've been lazy recently, as you can probably tell, as I haven't made many videos, but I've been kind of lazy. Haven't felt like making videos, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, especially a big thank you to the viewer that sent me some of this stuff. Please leave a like, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment down below. Also, follow me on Instagram at highway49_RC. And with that, thank you all so much for watching, and have a good night.